Mullally, DBE, Bishop of London, Most Reverend Humphrey Sarfraz Peters, Bishop of Church of Pakistan and Bishop of Peshawar, Right Reverend Mullally, Bishop Emeritus of Peshawar, Lord Tariq Ahmed of Wimbledon, our very own FCO Minister, respected bishops, excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Pakistan High Commissioner as well as the staff of the High Commission, I welcome you all to the ceremony celebrating the birth anniversary of Hazrat Isa alayhi salam, also called Jesus Christ, and Quaid-i-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, the founder of Pakistan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Right Reverend Mullally, DBE, Bishop of London, Honorable Lord Tariq Ahmed, FCO Minister, the Lady, Most Reverend Humphrey Sarfraz Peters, President, Bishop of Church of Pakistan and Bishop of Peshawar, Honorable Bishops, Members of Parliament, Excellencies, distinguished members of the Pakistani community, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and good evening. I welcome you all to Pakistan High Commission. We have gathered here to celebrate Christmas with Christian community of Pakistan in the United Kingdom to mark the miraculous birth of the Prophet Isa alayhi salam, or Prophet Jesus Christ. The day coincides with the commemoration of founder of Pakistan, Quaid-i-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah's birthday also. This is the day of reverence, joy and celebration for the followers of Jesus Christ world over. This is a significant day in which people learn to share, care for each other, demonstrate compassion for less privileged ones, happily shop to show sentiment of love, not just for near and dear ones, but also for those in need of love and care. Human values are at its peak in this season. Christmas is hence more than a celebration. It is a day of reflection, gaiety, sacrifice, soul-searching, and happiness all at once. It is the day when Jesus Christ is said to have been born to Hazrat Maryam alayhi salam, or Mary the Pious. His birth is viewed as an event of cosmic significance, the birth of someone of high morality and uprightness in a corrupt world where he ushers an era of salvation. I am no scholar of religious studies, but I read Quran regularly with understanding because it is our code of life. Belief in all the prophets is among the main pillars of Islam. As I have learned from the Holy Quran that Prophet Jesus possessed miraculous powers which included curing the incurables, resurrecting the dead, and control over nature with Allah's command. Jesus Christ, Hazrat Isa as we call him, was a panacea. He was called by his followers Messiah. Prophet Jesus Christ's life was full of miracles. He addressed the people from his cradle. Quran mentions his miraculous speech at birth in the following words: He shall speak to people while still in the cradle and in the manhood. He shall be from the right ears. Quran. It is mentioned in Gospel of John and the Quran that Jesus alayhi salam gave omen of the arrival of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. The significance of Prophet Jesus or Hazrat Isa alayhi salam in Islam is reflected in his being mentioned in the Quran in 93 verses and in total, directly or indirectly, 187 times. I know and I'm sure there is a lot to talk about the teachings, message and attributes of Jesus Christ, and other distinguished speakers may throw some more light in this regard. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Christians and Muslims complement each other in their beliefs and perspectives on life and afterlife. There are similarities, and both religious revelations reflect continuity in divine teachings. We are blessed, we have guiding principles and code of life conveyed to us through our prophets. It is therefore our collective responsibility to promote peace and interfaith harmony. The founder of Pakistan, Quaid-i-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, was himself a great proponent of this pursuit and adhered to the obligation. Given the relevance of both the occasions of today's event, it is important to highlight the role of Christian citizens of Pakistan in Pakistan's independence movement and in the country's development, particularly education, health, and economy. Pakistani Christian community in Pakistan and the United Kingdom continue to complement the efforts of their ancestors. Distinguished guests, I wish to narrate for those who may not be knowing that when Quaid-i-Azam shared his vision of a new homeland called Pakistan, based on human rights and freedom of religious practice, the Christian community became his consistent and strong supporters. In 1942, the All India Christian Association assured unconditional support and cooperation to the founder of Pakistan. The leaders of the church in Punjab fully endorsed the concept of Pakistan and advised their brethren to move to Pakistan whenever it comes into existence. The heroic contributions of Christian community and other minorities to various segments of society at the time of inception are highly commendable. People like highly decorated Ms. Ruth Pafal, Sister Birchmans, Puthan, Joseph, who also happened to be the first editor of the Daily Dawn, Justice Cornelius, Diwan Bahadur Singha, Christian leader and Speaker, Punjab Assembly in 1947, Chaudhry Chandulal, Deputy Speaker, Punjab Assembly, Fazil Ilahi, also Deputy Speaker, Punjab Assembly, journalist Elmer Chaudhry, and famous Pakistan Air Force pilots, Air Vice Marshal Eric Gordon Hall, Group Captain Cecil Chaudhry, Peter O'Reilly, martyred Wing Commander Mervyn Lee Middlecourt, who won Sitara Jurat, prominent Naval Commander Rear Admiral Leslie Norman Gibbon, Sitar Basalat and Sitar Imtiaz are few of the shining examples of the dedication of Christian community to the cause of Pakistan. Moved by the secular nature of Quaid's vision, the Christian community was highly apprehensive of the caste-ridden Hindu society. The 7 decades down the line, how true that apprehension has become. In his address to the First Constituent Assembly of Pakistan on 11th August 1947, Mr. Jinnah said, and I quote, "You are free. You are free to go to your temples, free to go to your mosques, or to any other places of worship in the state of Pakistan. You may belong to any religion or caste or creed. That has nothing to do with the business of the state." Post-independence, Pakistani Christian community has made significant contributions to social sector development in Pakistan, evident in the building of educational institutions, hospitals, health facilities throughout the country. Notable among them are welfare organizations like Darul Sukoon, a home for children with mental and physical disabilities, Mary Adelaide's Leprosy Center, and Ida U School for the Blind, Deaf and Dumb. Hospitals and health centers like St. Teresa Nursing, home and prestigious education institutes like King Edward's College, Edward's College Peshawar, FC College, Kinnaird College, Convent of Jesus and Mary, and St. Joseph Convent School, and many more across the country. Prominent British Pakistani Christian community members continue to contribute significantly in the context of interfaith harmony and socio-economic development, making Pakistan and Pakistanis proud. I would particularly like to mention about the contributions made by Dr. James Shera in this context, who earned Her Majesty's Award MBE for his exceptional services to communities and NHS. He is also the recipient of Pakistan's prestigious civil award, Sitara-e-Pakistan. Yes, what are Christian community's sentiments towards Pakistan? In the words of Dr. James Shera, and I quote, "Pakistan was the first country in the world to reassure its minorities about their future rights by specifically allocating a portion of national flag, the white color, which traditionally represents purity and innocence, and which the minorities have kept so all these decades. They have not allowed it to be polluted or defiled by blood or any type of stains. I am very happy to acknowledge the presence of Dr. James Shira here among us. He is here on my invitation despite being unwell. Thank you, James sir, for everything. I wish to mention that the sentiment is not one-sided. There is great harmony between Muslims and Christians in Pakistan. Presence of numerous beautiful churches and respect for these churches is also reflected. There is a significant presence of Christians and other community members in Pakistan's political and official circles and other spheres of life in Pakistan. As I mentioned earlier, that Christmas Day coincides with the birth of founder of Pakistan, Quaid-i-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. It is indeed through his tireless efforts, exceptional leadership and far-sighted vision that Pakistan became a reality. Of course, with the enormous sacrifices of all, including the Christian citizens of Pakistan. Availing the opportunity, I wish to mention some other aspects directly and indirectly related to the celebration for which we have gathered here. I congratulate the Conservative Party's leadership on election victory. I also congratulate the British MPs of Pakistani heritage for their re-election and to the newly elected ones. Proudly, some have also graced the occasion with their presence here today. Thank you very much for your presence here. Enjoy cordial relations based on shared historical experiences and cultural linkages. 1.5 million strong British Pakistani diaspora in the United Kingdom acts as a fulcrum to this strong relationship. Our economic potential, which finds a lot to be desired, is poised to be explored as new socio-political realities unfold in the United Kingdom. I am confident that the strategic advantages of both the countries would be harnessed more efficiently and effectively for the mutual advantage. I have been urging policymakers in the United Kingdom for an exclusive policy approach towards Pakistan. I am happy to note and very grateful that FCO Minister is present here, and I am sure that he would agree that I have been on many occasions highlighted what the prospects are there in that part of the world where Pakistan is located, and how Pakistan is welcoming its friends like the United here, especially the Christian community and the Pakistani heritage MPs here. We would be able to take this relationship to much higher pedestal as it is now there. All economic indicators in Pakistan point towards marked improvement in Pakistan's overall business and investment environment. Reputed financial institutions and credit rating agencies across the world have verified it in their assessment reports. We are declared one of the most improved economies in World Bank report on ease of doing business this year. Our macroeconomic indicators are on upward trajectory of renewed economic growth, and investors' confidence is resurging. Our market of 220 million people with a growing middle class, huge skilled human resource base, underexploited natural resources, breathtaking landscapes, potential in this IT, telecom and agriculture sector, and potential for food security are some of the impelling reasons why business prefer to go to Pakistan now. Equally competitive incentive regime for foreign investors, which by far is the most generous in the entire region. Ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned in the beginning, Christmas celebration are all about humanity and helping those suffering on humanitarian grounds. When we look around, we see Muslims, Christians, and people of other faiths and social strata are found in a dire state. By the grace of Allah, both Islam and Christianity, or for that matter, all divine religions, teach peace and human values. The believers are obliged to help the oppressed and challenge the oppressor. It is in this spirit of religious teachings that I wish to refer to the plight of Kashmiris in Indian occupied Kashmir. 8 million people are under siege for over 4.5 months since 5th August 2019, completely cut off from the outside world. This is unprecedented in the present times. There is a trail of atrocities well documented. National entities. On this happy occasion, let us not forget them and all those who are oppressed. On this festive occasion, I request all of you to remember those in pain, being oppressed and suffering. The value of good and happiness is realized by experiencing the bad, deprivation, and sufferings. With these words, I wish you all Merry Christmas, pay tribute to Quaid, and hope this celebration brings greater tolerance, peace, harmony, and empathy into our societies. Amen. Pakistan, Zindabad, Pakistan UK Friendship, Zindabad, and Pakistan community, Christian community in United Kingdom, Zindabad.
The Holy Spirit. Amen. It's a joy and it's a blessing and it's a delight that our Pakistan Embassy, under the able leadership of His Excellency Nafees Zakaria, together we are celebrating Christmas today and the birth of Quaid-i-Azam. What a privilege to be here with you all. And thank you, sir, for having me. And Lord Ahmed is here. I met him a couple of years back, and we discussed a few things about church in Pakistan, the minority situation in Pakistan, religious minorities. When I say minorities, it gives me a little bit kick, you know. So I always say that religious minorities in Pakistan. And it's a joy to have the fellow friend and fellow bishop, Right Reverend Sarah, and obviously the person from whom I took over, Bishop Manuel, he's also here. Today, while we are celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ and also the birth of Quaid-i-Azam, today was the date when many children in Ahmed public school was martyred. So still the memories are not gone. Whenever we meet their parents, things are there. So our Kashmiri brothers and sisters who are going through this agony from last so many days also be worth remembering, and we should be praying God that God may liberate them from this agony that they are going through. And it was joy to hear High Commissioner Saab telling about Pakistan and the contribution of Christians in Pakistan. That there was a time when Muhammad Ali Jinnah, our Quaid-i-Azam, our great leader, got a little bit disheartened that this is not going to happen. So Christian arranged a big, reception in his honor in Lahore.
Lady Ahmed, members of Parliament, ladies and gentlemen, it's a real delight to be here this evening. Thank you so much for inviting me for this double celebration as we look forward to December the 25th and the birth of Jesus Christ, but also marking the birth of your founder of Pakistan. You can imagine that as a member of clergy over the Christmas period, we get to hear "O come all ye faithful" quite a lot. And I'm very grateful to Sarah for singing it in Urdu. It has given a whole new meaning for me, so thank you very much. Relations between the UK and Pakistan are deeply rooted in our shared history. And that's reflected in our friendship, our common interests, and our interactions at a whole range of levels. We've seen it in the recent visit of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge to Pakistan, which I believe deepened our relationship further. The Church of Pakistan is in communion with the Church of England, and that friendship is not only demonstrated by the Archbishop visiting Lambeth Palace this morning, but it's reflected in the 2 visits that the Archbishop of Canterbury, Justin Welby, has made to Pakistan since he became the Archbishop of Canterbury. And in this diocese, in the wonderful Diocese of London, we are very grateful for the communities we have and those people who have their origins within Pakistan. And I look out here this evening and there are people here who worship within our churches, within the Diocese of London, and I know that our churches are richer places because of their presence, and I'm very grateful for that. As we celebrate together the birth of your founder, I am reminded, as we have already been reminded this evening, that his vision for Pakistan was one of inclusion and religious tolerance. And I was very comforted by the words that the High Commissioner used, the words of your founder in that first assembly in 1947, that speaks of freedom, regardless of religion, caste or creed. It is a freedom that we must hold on to and develop even in today.
But I'm delighted to join you here this evening. I'm delighted to join you because we are here for a double celebration. We're here because we are celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ. And for all people of Pakistan, we are also celebrating the birth of the founder of Pakistan, Quaid-i-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. And it is a very important day. And it's not a day when we celebrate Christmas just for Christians, as we've heard from both the High Commissioner and the Bishop. But Jesus was a revered prophet within Islam, Hazrat Isa al-Islam. And because of that reason, we revere, respect, and join with Christian friends from around the world on this joyous occasion. And I'm reflective also about the importance of how communities come together. Now, we heard just now from the Bishop of London of the importance of how Christians and Muslims work together. And inshallah, I'm sure I speak for everyone in this room and beyond, that we hope and pray that that vision of Quaid-i-Azam comes true as we move forward in the new Pakistan.
I think just a word of thanks to the High Commissioner for this very fulsome, excellent, and very encouraging and celebratory occasion. And I do want to say, especially hearing from my Pakistani colleagues here, that you have always kept this door of friendship open for our people. Especially in the case of Edwards College, Peshawar, I believe you are one of the instruments who is being used, and we are so enormously grateful for this evening to you and to all your colleagues and staff, because really it has made Christmas a special time for all of us. And especially remembering today the tragedy of Army public school children 5 years ago on this very day. And also a year before that, the massacre at All Saints Church, Peshawar, of nearly 100 people butchered. And so many other places where these ugly things occur in our beloved land. So let's uphold that and the heritage of Quaid and the hope of Isa al-Masihah in silence. We bless each one of us, our families and friends, and especially the food that we are about to eat and the time of fellowship that we are going to enjoy. In His holy name, we pray this. Amen.
Reverend Honorable Dame Sarah Mullally, DB, our host. The next one goes to the most well lucky.
Very much. Really good.
Very dear about Tariq Ahmed, our amazing vocals, and winning the award.
Pakistan Zindabad.
Reverend Julian Tricky to receive his present from His Excellency. Judge again. Dr. Mary Sienzi for Mrs.
Sarah, Bishop Peter, and respected guests. I wish you all a very happy Christmas and happy birthday to Quaid-i-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, the founder of Pakistan. And today we are celebrating as, thank you High Commissioner Sahab, you always invite me and my team for your special events, and it's तड़क दिल गीत खुशी दे गाउंदा है ओए तड़क दिल गीत खुशी दे गाउंदा है यसू दे अजान दा दिल ता गीत खुशी दे गाउंदा है तड़क दिल गीत खुशी दे गाउंदा है तड़क दिल गीत खुशी दे गाउंदा है यसू यसू करनिया पल्ला ओदा फड़निया यसू ले जिनिया ते यसू ले मरनिया हालेलुया लूया नी हालेलुया लूया हालेलुया अपनी हालेलुया लूया तड़क दिल गीत खुशी दे गाउंदा है
देखा कि आज के दिन हमने हज़रत ईसा अलैहिस्सलाम के जो है पैदाइश का दिन जो कि क्रिसमस के तौर पर जो है क्रिश्चियन कम्युनिटी मनाती है, तो यहाँ पर एक बहुत बड़ी तादाद है पाकिस्तानी क्रिश्चियंस की बरतानिया में, तो उनकी खुशियों में शामिल होने के लिए इसका एहतमाम किया। और आपको पता है कि यही इसी दिन जो है हम लोग क़ायद-ए-आज़म सर की भी जो है पैदाइश मनाते हैं, टू पे ट्रिब्यूट टू हिम, जो उन्होंने हमें पाकिस्तान दिया। तो कम्युनिटी बहुत खुश है। आज काफ़ी बड़ी शख्सियत जो है यहाँ पे आई थी, गवर्नमेंट की रिप्रेजेंटेशन थी, FCO के मिनिस्टर जो है लॉर्ड तारिक आए हुए थे यहाँ पे, उसके अलावा बिशप लंदन जो है थे यहाँ पे, उसके अलावा जो है कई बिशप और फादर वगैरह आए हैं। मेरे लिए बड़ी खुशाइन चीज़ है कि हम यहाँ पे पाकिस्तानी कम्युनिटी ख़ुसूस क्रिश्चियन कम्युनिटी के साथ मिलकर जो है इसको सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हैं। हमारे क्रिश्चियन कम्युनिटी के बड़ी नुमाइंदा शख्सियत है जिम शेर साहब, वो भी मेरे पास में आते हैं, मैं उनकी तबीयत से